Alright, so here is the '07 GMC Canyon. It started out as a 2.8 liter 4-cylinder. It now has a 6-liter Pontiac G8 GT L76. It's pretty much an LS2 with LS3 heads on it and intake. Here's the engine bay. Got the same stock location for the washer and coolant bottles. There's the AC and heater lines there. Batteries in the stock location. So is the brake booster and ABS unit. As you can see, it is squeezed in there. It does fit, just barely. This truck has a billet grill on it as well as the lower billet grills. It's got stock fog lights. I just recently switched over the headlights to clear reflectors. Also, I put 6000K 35 watt high intensity lights in the low beams. These are 20-inch XD KMC Rockstar wheels. The fronts have Goodyear Eagle F1 supercars that are brand new. The front size is 245/40 R20. Those are Z-rated tires. On the back are 275/40 ZR20s. A little bit wider, better for traction. They are Toyo Proxy 4s. Still got a great amount of tread left on the tires back here as well. The fender flares are what you see right here, the black pieces. They do remove, they come off with clips and double-sided tape. I just have them clipped on because they fit pretty well just clipped on. They can be taken off or color matched. I'll send you a picture of them with them not on the vehicle. As you can see, I have taken off the rear bumper and put a roll pan on it. Stock tail lights with DDM Cree 5-watt reverse lights. They're really bright. It helps if you decide to tint the lights, or because the windows are tinted, you really can't see out of them too well at night. It really lights up behind you pretty well. It's got MagnaFlow exhaust all the way out the back. Under here, I put the Beltec sway bar, which you see there in the middle. Installed that, and also there's Beltec shocks in the rear. The rear end is a 373 final drive. It's got Detroit True Track, so it holds a little bit better than any of the other little Colorados. Right now it has 2-inch drop blocks on it. You can see those next to the shocks. It also has helper springs in the front of the leaf to help with traction as you're getting on down the road. I'll move a little bit forward now. As I get under a little bit more forward, under the passenger side door area, here is the muffler with the electronic cutout. You just flip a switch inside the cab, and instead of going all the way through the muffler system, it dumps it out right here. That is still behind the catalytic converters if you have laws in your state up there. So it's loud, it still goes through the cats. In some places it's still legal. I just kind of be quiet around the cops around here. It's 3-inch pipe all the way back from the collectors of the headers. The headers are Doug Thorley swap headers, ceramic coated. Here you see I have the Street Scene Cow View mirrors. They're a little bit smaller than the original Colorado mirror. I have those, the originals, still in a box. If you prefer the stock ones, they are just the manual mirrors. You move them with your hand. Also, this truck has a cow hood with a single black stripe painted down it. I know you heard me talking about my plans in the future. I was planning on changing the stripe when I put the front bumper that I have on. Here's another angle of those headers that you can see a little bit better. In the front of the vehicle, I have dropped it about 5 inches. On this side you can see the DJM lower control arms. That's the thing with the red cap on it right there. Drops the vehicle about 3 inches. Also, there are Beltec struts. They're adjustable. You can either drop the vehicle about no inches all the way up to about 2 inches. This side is adjusted all the way up or all the way down. The other side is adjusted around the same area for level height. These trucks do tend to lean a little bit to one side, so I have them adjusted to sort of negate that. And onto the interior of the truck, what I have is, for stereo system, I have 2 Rockford Fosgate P1 10-inch subs, powered by a PA 880. It's a Polk Audio, about an 800 or 800 watt amp. The truck started out having a 60/40 bench split seat. I cut that down, as you can see over here. I was planning on getting the seat reupholstered at some point, wrapping it in leather, so you couldn't tell that it has these tuck marks on the side. You really can't see it too much sitting in here. Most people think that they're just the stock seats. It does have a stock Colorado center console in the vehicle. Up here, I'll go to the head unit. Just a regular Panasonic head unit. Got a little cubby hole under there for storage. Makes it great because these trucks don't have too much storage. The truck started with manual crank up windows. I couldn't stand that, so I installed electronic windows. It works great. They are from A1 Electric. There's actually a how-to on 355 Nation to do those. So if you want to look those up, just go onto the Nation. Also for the interior, I installed SSK billet auto shifter. I also have the SSK billet spike seat tilt levers. The excuse me, the switch for the cutouts are under here next to the parking brake. Also, I have sent off my gauge cluster to be re-LED'd. So behind my gauge cluster there are all red LEDs now. I don't know if they'll light up. Yes. At night it lights up a little bit brighter. All the numbers are red and even the needles turn red as well. It's pretty neat. I have the other gauge cluster, the stock one as well, if you don't like that. Other than that, that's about it for the vehicle. I will pause this and start the vehicle up in just a second so you can hear it run. There's 162 on the miles. As you can see, it idles right around 750 to 950. With the cam, it goes up and down a little bit. All the gauges work perfectly. As you can see, it's a cold start right now. It doesn't go up any more than about right at the halfway mark. It has a max out of 110 on the speedometer. It'll peg that pretty easily. I'll get out of the vehicle now so you can sort of hear it a little bit better. So that's my Canyon.